That means we're probably going to lose 200,000 more teachers, and we've already lost 1 million teachers over the last 5 years. I'm here to stop that from happening. Hey everybody, so I got another video for you. Yeah, I'm doing a whole series of videos on basically teacher development, teacher professional development, how to structure your classrooms, back to school time. This is going to be awesome. So this one is about the pencil dilemma, which seems to have been like a controversial thing on Twitter, because I got into a debate, I'll say a debate. Wasn't much of a debate because the teacher just literally just became narcissist and said, I'm not listening. I'm not listening. My experience means it's true. And I'm like, okay, like, all right, I give up. You win, I give up. So here's the scenario. You're a teacher in class. So if you're a principal, you've probably seen this 7 million times. But if you're a teacher, here you go. You're a teacher in class. You're doing an assignment. One kid raises his hand and says, I don't have a pencil. And you now have a dilemma. What do I do? Do I give them the pencil or do I not give them the pencil? Now, the teacher, the inexperienced or the non-expert teacher answer is, well, maybe I don't give them the pencil because that will teach them to be prepared for class. Okay. Now, I know that a lot of teachers feel that way, but feeling a way doesn't mean it's right. And here's what I mean. There is no actual lesson you're teaching. It's really literal, especially to a kid. You might think there's a hidden agenda going on, but a child doesn't think that way. You're kind of anthropomorphizing like children into adults, which they don't have that level of development that you think they do. They don't get it. All they go is, I need a pencil. It's literal. Can I have a pencil? And you're making it into something more than it is. So just give them the pencil. Because if you don't give them the pencil, they're going to look at you as a mean person, because it is mean to not give them a pencil. They can't do their work without the pencil. And so they'll sit there and say, well, then I'm not doing any work. Now, you might get mad at that reaction, but you caused the reaction. And that's how teachers sometimes just get themselves into trouble. You're expending too much emotional energy on something that doesn't need to be expended. If you're feeling tired and exhausted and burnt out at the end of the day, it might be because you're creating situations in the classroom that are expending your energy. You don't need to do that. You should always give a kid a pencil. Now, for my school, I was a teacher, a principal, and a superintendent. When I became an administrator, this is what I did. At the beginning of the school year, Staples always, and Walmart, they always discount all back to school supplies. So I would go buy pencils. Literally hundreds and hundreds of pencils. In fact, what I would do is I would get my roster and figure out how many kids do I have in the school, and I would buy 5 pencils per kid. That's how I'd get my number. And I'd go to Target and go to Walmart and go to Staples and just say, I need 5 pencils. So all right, so how many do I need? So if I had 200 kids, that meant I needed 1,000 pencils. End of story. And I bought 1,000 pencils, and then I would distribute them. I had basically a back to school box for all of my teachers of all the supplies that I gave them. Again, I gave my teachers supplies. I ran my program way different than most people do. So just be aware. I used to give teachers back to school boxes with supplies in them. I gave them paper, I gave them paper clips, gave them staples, markers, crayons, highlighters, rubber bands, tape, glue, and pencils. So, and also erasers, just separate erasers, because kids erase everything. So that was my point. You don't need to be such a hard ass on pencils. It's not worth it. Just give them the pencil. If you have students who can't keep track of their pencil, then just put their name on the pencil. Give it to them at the beginning of the day. Collect it back. Get a little pencil box. Collect the pencils back at the end of the day or at the middle of the day. Like if you're in an elementary class, give them the pencil. When they go to gym, put the pencil back into the box. Then hand the pencils back out. It actually, for an elementary class, it gives another job to do for the students. Like you can have a pencil deliverer for the kids. And kids love, classroom jobs. So that could be another job for the kids. If you're in a middle school and a high school, they don't want that. So you just hand it out. Like, all right, here's your pencil, here's your pencil, here's your pencil. It doesn't take that much time to do it, but it saves you so much emotional energy. And that's what I want you to understand. I want you to not burn out. I don't want you to quit. According to the National Education Association, 50% of teachers right now are considering, and I'm using the quotes specifically because that's the actual term, they're considering quitting this year. That means we're probably going to lose 200,000 more teachers, and we've already lost 1 million teachers over the last 5 years. I'm here to stop that from happening. Professional development that school districts run is not good enough. This is a 10-month program. You're going to get 10 months of lectures. That's 10 hours of professional development, plus 10 months of coaching, plus 10 months of expert feedback and answers. Like asking the question, the kid doesn't bring a pencil to class, what should I do? And I'll give you the simple answer, give them a pencil. And if you want to ask why, I'll tell you, because it's not worth the squeeze. You got to understand, the juice has to be worth the squeeze. It's not worth the debate. Just give them a pencil. If you want, go to your PTA and say, look, we're going to need 500 pencils for this class, and just crowdsource it and just get your pencils. You have to figure out how you want to distribute them. If kids are losing pencils, you only want to give them one at a time. Give them one, and when they lose it, you give them another one. Honestly, the kids will take care of the pencil if they care about the pencil. So if you really want kids to not lose pencils,